Hello guys, welcome to my very first knitting video. I'm not going to be knitting in this video, but at least let's say this is more like the introduction to my knitting journey. I am super excited, super duper excited. So hello guys, welcome to Inter Crochets. My name is Anita, and today we have the SENTRO knitting machine, guys. I really don't know how to express how happy I am. Alright, so it's going to be story time while we assemble and unpack this box. I'm going to let you guys know why I bought this, what triggered me, and yes. So first of all, I bought this machine like way back, not way back, but a week ago, a week and more, about a week and 3 days ago. So I fell sick and I had promised myself that I need to make a video for the unboxing and assembling. So when I fell sick, I just had to like postpone until today that I felt better and I told myself, let's make the video. So here we are. I have just a small, I don't know, opening right there because I've kept the box for some time, but yes, let's get into it. So this is the back of the box and this is what it has. It's very easy to assemble, so it shows you some of the items you can make with the yarn that comes in the box. Okay, and then over here we have how to control our tension using the tension lever, and then here we have panel knitting, tube knitting, and yes, more. So I'm turning this, and then on the side I already cut the sole tip that was there, so I'm just going to pull this out just like this, and this is how it looks on the inside. There is this other box that I'm trying to pull out, and yeah, so basically as you can see, there is not much of any pieces that are there to really do the assembling. 70% of the machine is like fully, assembled. So this is more like the instruction pamphlet, and I'm just trying to make sure that I do not find any item on the inside that I may lose out. But yes, I am going to go through this and then just do exactly what it tells me to do, while I just take you through why I have been triggered to buy this machine, and my feeling about it, and what I look forward having. So here is some yarn that I find inside. It's really soft. The texture is, oh my god, I don't know, and the label doesn't have any descriptions of the yarn, so I don't know what yarn type this is, but it feels really soft and great. I just don't know whether it's made of acrylic or cotton or polyester. I'm just not sure, but it's really good yarn. I would love, if I got plenty of these, I would love to try them out. So there is this pack inside right there that has which will be the stand. So let me just take this whole thing out of its box. So while that goes out, let me just give you guys a story for what triggered me to buy this machine. So I needed this machine for some time, okay, and so we have a pack that comes inside here, and it has this tension lever, yarn needles, turns, and then it has 4 screws and then 4 rubber, I don't know how to call them, but yes, they help for they help the machine not to like scratch at the bottom. Then there is this screwdriver. So I'm going to assemble it with you guys. and I'll be giving you the story while I just mention a few things that I find relevant. Here we have our row counter, and then I don't want to miss anything, so I'm trying to be very careful given the fact that this is plastic. And on this side we have a switch for tube knitting, and then P for panel knitting. And this is what we keep rotating so that the pins can get to grab our yarn and do the knitting. So basically this is a 48 pin machine, and this is the biggest size. Okay, there is the small one, the smallest one, 24 pins, and then the next is I think 36 pins, and then this is 48. And over here these are our stands, so I'm just going to get my machine and turn it upside down so that I can get to see where I have to insert these stands so that I can screw them with the screws and screwdriver. Alright, so that's where it has to go. So you just insert it in there and just press it down a little bit so it's intact. And also you need to make sure that you are very vigilant so you don't press down your pins and also break your machine. So you wouldn't just love to lose this on the very first day that you are trying to assemble it. So the pins are down here, so don't just press it down so hard. All right, so I'm going to get my screwdriver and get one of the screws that are in there. There should be 4 of them. So I'm just going to get one of them and insert it into the hole that is left for the screw. And then I will get to nail it down. Okay, so let's get back to the story time. So yes, I get someone that writes to me and tells me, Anita, I have a friend of mine that wants something like this. So she sends me a picture, and everything that she sent me was actually knitted, machine made. So I went very, very plain with her and told her I only do crochet. I do not knit. But what I can tell you is I can try to crochet it to have some kind of resemblance. So she tells me, I really don't understand anything, but let me give you the person's number. So the person, I contact the person, and she says, yes, Anita, I wanted something like that. But then I really wanted it to look exactly like how that looks. Can you just tell me what you mean by the difference of crochet and knit? So I explain myself, and then later back to the screwing. I'm going to use some energy because yes, it's my first time and I really want this super intact. Also, just don't use so much energy, but anyway, you'll find your way around it. It's very simple. So I tell this person, and I share with them what it would look like if I crocheted it. So she's like, I really wanted my piece very thin, and so thin that it is close to skin. So I told her that would mean or require me to use very, very small yarn and a very, very small hook. In that way, it's going to cost me a lot of time. Okay? So she's like, but I wanted the very thing. And it's really it's not easy working with very, very small yarn. Most of my tutorials here, when I'm working with lightweight yarn, I usually double my strands. So to get the result that she was requesting of me, it meant that I don't have to double my strands. I have to use one strand and probably a 2mm hook or even 1.5. So I wasn't buying it. So she asks me what would be the best solution. I guess she really wanted me for the job, and yes, I tell her it would require me to have a knitting machine. And I had already watched videos about this central knitting machine, but I think I just hadn't gotten a trigger for buying it. I always watched them. I literally knew how to cast on yarn, cast it off. I knew how to use the machine in my head, all right, following videos I have watched before. And yes, so basically I tell her, and then she asks me how much is the knitting machine. So I tell her the cost of the knitting machine, for which my guy had actually told me. And I'm not sure whether the person I buy yarn from had told me a price for all three machines, or he had told me a price for one machine, because honestly I bought this machine halfway the price that he had told me. So I don't know whether him telling me the price, I don't know whether it was a price for both the 24 pin, 36 pin and this, or it was a price for this, that is the big one. And if it were that, okay, as you can see I used some energy, so I broke my nails. And if it were that, honestly, I think I would have been cheated if I had bought it from him. But yes, I later got it. And yes, so this person asks me what's the price and can you send me your number, so I send you the money. Guys, to tell you the truth, I didn't. I sent her the number, she did not send the money. I was left hanging for some days until I let that go. But I told myself I was to blame, because honestly, had I had the machine with me, this is not an order that would pass me by. And I promised myself not to ever wait until I really need something to actually buy it. Because had I had this machine way before, I think this was not an order that would pass me by, because she wanted like, I think 8 items, and that's how. But also for raising my hopes and thinking that she's actually going to buy me the machine, because she literally told me, I'm going to buy you the machine and then you first try to make me a sample, okay? I broke my nails, guys, but it's okay. So she told me, I'm just going to buy you the machine, so you make me a sample. If I love the sample, you will keep the machine and I'll pay for your labor. Then you also make me these other pieces that I wanted. But if I don't love it, if I don't like the sample, then it's okay. You'll just keep the machine and everything is up to you. So I thought, wow, this is really generous of this person. Until I waited. There is a way free things can keep you excited and then let your spirit down. Like someone grabbing you and putting you in the air, then just letting you down. But then I remembered, honestly, this was not my money, and there is no reason as to why I have to feel this kind of attachment to it. So yes, it took me about I think less than a month to purchase this machine myself. And also why I even purchased it earlier is because I was just scrolling on my Instagram, and I found a price that was really generous. Okay, so I thought I should take the chance, because even the person I bought this from had like 2 pieces left. So I think I was just so lucky. I'm not going to play around with materials or machines I need for my work, thinking that I need to first get a trigger, because honestly I lost on this one. But yes, I can't wait to work on this and also share with you guys what I have made. Thank you so much. Bye. More stories to come.